implementation. So the implementation. So first we have like, you want me to go into the implementation? Interested everyone? Like, or should I continue with the binary index trees and first cover the concepts and then come to implementations? I'll do that, right? Yeah, fine. Okay, so I'll just first cover all the concepts, and if time permits, we can look at the implementations, because implementations will anyway find on the net. Okay, or fine, I can mail it. I'll just mail someone. I'll mail Anirudh, and I think he can forward to everyone. Right? Okay, fine. So now about the next concept, that will be a binary index tree. Okay, so what exactly is a binary index tree and all the operations that we would want to perform on them efficiently? Okay, so one thing is that we would always want to perform range sum queries. Okay, like we would want to know that in a given range, what's the sum of the elements within a given range. Okay, that's one thing that we would want to perform, and we would like to perform modifications that we would like to say increase some element inside the array, or we would like to decrease the element at some index. Right, two operations: increasing or basically modifying some element. Second is range sum queries. Okay, so now can you suggest some simpler way of doing this problem if the modification part wasn't there? So there's a simpler way of solving this. You just have operations which are range sums. So can anyone tell the way of making it? No modifications, just some range sum queries. Just we have an array. Okay, we want to perform sums in a given range. It's a very simple problem. Cumulative sum, right? Right? Everyone. Okay, fine. So cumulative sum, and we can do it using that. Okay, but now that method fails when we have modifications made to the data, right? Because we'll have to modify, because if we modify the cumulative data, we might have to modify O of n number of entries at max, right? So that is why it's not an efficient way of doing it. Okay, so we look at another structure which allows us log n operations for these things. Okay, the sum as well as the queries as well as the modifications. Okay. So what is that data structure that we look at? That's known as a binary index trees. Okay. Okay. So what exactly how does a BIT function? Okay. So the way data is organized in a BIT is that firstly it's like this. Okay. So now say if we have T of k. Okay. To be some. So we have a say the size of the what do you call it? The tree will be of course O of n again. So that's from 1 to n. Okay, so let's label the elements from 1 to n, that's t, right? So now what exactly does T of k store? Does it store actual value at index k? No, that will just become your array, simply array, and then the modification data will problem will come, that O of n complexity problem. So that is why we don't let T of k just store the data. We let it store some cumulative data. Okay, and how exactly does that happen? Yes, I'll show you. See, so now first thing that we do is represent k in a binary form. Okay, so let's say that k is 5, or not 5 because it's a palindrome. So let's say it's 1, 1, 0. Okay. Okay. So what is this? 20. Okay. So now 25, right? So what exactly? So what will T of 25? That's T of 25. So what will this store? This will always store the sum of the A is your initial array. Just write it up here. A. Okay. A is your initial array over which you want to form a BIT and perform these operations. Okay. So now 25, location 25 will always, what do we do is remove the smallest one which is there in so what is the smallest one? The one at bit 0. Okay, make that a 0. What does that become? 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Right? Okay, so what is this? This 24. Right? What is this? 25. Okay, so the sum of the elements, that is 24, A of 24, A of 24 plus A of 25 will be stored in A of 25. Okay, fine. Okay.
A of 24 plus A of
25. Sorry? I can't repeat it. Yeah. Okay, so we represent, say you want to find out what's stored at location K. Okay, so we firstly represent K in the binary format. Okay, next thing that you do is turn off, make it 0, the lowest one in the binary representation. I took the example of 25, so that's 11001. Okay, the lowest one, that is at bit 0, make that 0. So what do you get? 1100000, right? That's 24. Okay, so this is A of 24. Okay, this is A of 25. Okay, so between 24 and 25, the sum of the elements, that's simply a of 24 plus a of 25, will be stored in location 25. Okay, right? Okay, so now let's look at what will be stored at location 6. Okay, I think it's like this is not fine. Okay, so firstly we make a 0, so what do we get? We get 4, right? Okay, so this is 4, this is 6. So 4, 5, 6. The sum of these three will be stored in T of 6, right? Getting this, right? Okay. So now let's see how exactly we can, do this, right? Okay. So so firstly, I'll just show you how to efficiently perform this operation that we have, like making this bit 0. Okay. So let's see how that can be done, right? Okay. So say we have some number. Okay. Fine. So now how will minus k look? Minus k. This is k. Okay, so this is of course your many zeros out here. So how will minus k look? 2's complement method, right? Okay, so just invert all the bits and add 1 to it, right? Okay, so they all become 1s, right? Right? And this will become 1, 1, 0, so on, right? Add 1 to this, so this will become, right? Okay, so now what do we do is add these two numbers. So one thing that we know that beyond this bit, they'll all be complements of each other, right? Whether it is a 0 out here, will be a 1, so on, right? So when we add, so out from this